Hey folks, thanks for stopping by. On this episode of Crazy Good Adventures, we're at the Smokemont campground in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. Gonna spend a few days checking it out, Texas style. We got here on Memorial Day just as the crowds were leaving, and the peace and solitude at this campground was just what we were looking for. This is active bear country, so pretty much everything had to be kept in the truck. We enjoyed the night and got ready for our first big day in the park. We got out early in order to beat the crowds and met a few friends before we even got to the visitor center. Our first stop of the day was the Okonalufte Visitor Center, and it wasn't open yet, but the views were amazing. Since we got the early start, we drove through Cherokee on our way to check out our first sight of the day, Mingo Falls. Just outside Great Smoky Mountain National Park on the Cherokee Indian Reservation, Mingo Falls is one of the tallest and most spectacular waterfalls in the southern Appalachians. It's a mere 4/10 of a mile round-trip hike, but it's on the strenuous side of things. The trail is maintained by the National Park Service and consists of a rather long and sometimes steep set of stairs that goes up and up and up some more. It actually consists of over 160 steps to get to the top. Once you get to the top, it flattens out pretty good, and it's only about 150 yard walk till you get to the falls itself. It was a little confusing. You could hear the waterfall as you're coming up to the bridge, but the trail closed sign kind of threw you off. But we made it. The waterfall drops nearly 120 feet. What a view. After about 30 minutes at the falls, we made the long trek back down the stairs and off to our next adventure, which was going to be the Okonalufte Visitor Center. Welcome to the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. At the Visitor Center, there's a mountain farm museum, which kind of gives you a good idea of how people would have lived back 150 years ago. Little bitty bed. Oh, they got a piano in here. Look at that little bitty bed. That's for the kids, I guess?
I guess.
The museum consists of a log cabin with a separate kitchen. All the outbuildings that you would normally see on a farm. And a lot of really good information. We really enjoyed it. Oh look, there's a chicken in here.
There's a chicken in here?
Yeah, look. He's waiting for lunch. Each outbuilding had a really nice narrative sign. And we spent about 45 minutes walking around the farm, just checking it out, before we made our way into the visitor center itself. Big old hammocks. We checked out the raised relief maps to see our journey for the day. We're at the visitor center and we're camping at Smokemont Campground. We'll follow the road along the Oconolofte River up to the Newfound Gap trail and all the way up to the top of the Newfound Gap. And then we're going to take Clingmans Dome Road all the way up to Clingmans Dome. Clingmans Dome Road is a 7-mile road that leads up to the top. And in order to save some time, I kind of sped it up a little bit for you so we could get there. Doing 7 miles in 30 seconds is like 840 miles an hour. Woohoo! Let's have fun. The parking lot at Clingmans Dome is packed, so get there early. But the views were amazing. And we haven't even started the hike yet. The hike itself is a half mile up a paved trail that feels like you're going straight up the mountain. Right off the trail are some of the eeriest cedar groves that you probably find. And did I mention it felt like you were going straight up the mountain? It's a tough hike. But we made it. The clouds were rolling in with partially blocked view, but standing at the highest point in the Smokies at 6,653 feet is pretty amazing. On the way to Clingmans Dome, we stopped at all the pull-offs. And this cut and run sign, it shows that before 1910, the old growth forest was still there. And this was basically clear cut in the early 1900s. It would have been amazing to see the old growth forest. And if you look at the log cabins, the size of the logs are huge. The views from the pull-offs were amazing and beyond words, so I'll just let you enjoy them. On our way to Clingmans Dome, we stopped at the Newfound Gap overlook. At 5,046 feet, it's the lowest pass in the Smoky Mountain National Park. It's also the Tennessee-North Carolina state line. There's also the Rockefeller Memorial in memory of Laura Spelman Rockefeller, donated by her husband John D. Rockefeller. And this is where Teddy Roosevelt dedicated the Smoky Mountain National Park. The views in the Smokies are amazing. The Appalachian Trail also crosses the Smokies at this point. And since we were there, we had to at least say we walked the AT.
It's the white blazes.
To do the entire 2,190 plus miles of the Appalachian Trail takes an exceptional human being. My hat's off to everyone who's ever done it. Walking the AT reminds you of the real reason you come to the Smoky Mountains, and that's the peace and quiet. we drove through Gatlinburg to check out the Roaring Fork Motor Trail. To access Roaring Fork, turn off the main parkway in Gatlinburg at traffic light number 8 and follow historic Nature Trail Road to the Cherokee Orchard entrance to the National Park. It's a one-lane road that travels through the forest for over 5 miles.
In
Well
the
worth
moments ahead, the forest will close in around you, spreading over the road and creating a mood of isolation.
People walking.
A serene detachment from the hurried pace of the highway. We invite you to stop off and get out and smell the woods. Feel the spring soft mosses and springy hummus.
10-mile-an-hour speed limit, right?
We got real lucky on this ride.
We can't go nowhere.
What you doing there, little Bella?
I guess try to go that way. There he goes. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one.
There are several pull-offs and things to look at on the Roaring Fork, and my suggestion is to make them all. We tried to go to Grotto Falls, but there were no parking spots available at that time. We'll have a full ride video coming later on the Roaring Fork Trail, but we just wanted to give you some of the highlights. We spent the rest of the afternoon and the evening just enjoying the campground. I give Smokemont Campground 2 thumbs up. Excellent place if you get the chance. Well, that's the video, folks. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let us know what you think. And remember, make every day a crazy good adventure. Thanks again.